Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6. I'm getting ridiculously good at walking backwards ever since that hot potato punishment that Mambo gave me. I've been starting to do it by default, it's really weird. Anyway, today we're starting things off at the shopping district close to Sahara because I've had the most ridiculous and stupid, super stupid idea. I want to create something for the customers while they're waiting for the Sahara purchases. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I haven't quite figured out what I want to do. And this morning I woke up and I just don't know. I've had, like I said, the most silly idea ever, but I'm gonna do it. And to do it we need some space, and to be honest, there's another portal there. We got the shop front, we got the elevators, we got the Sahara. Now this is the only space where we can fit something, because this is going to be another redstone contraption, but it's gonna be a very weird, and did I say stupid, contraption. And I think it's gonna be hilarious. Essentially what the idea is Sahara rewarding hermits for destroying diorite. And we can all agree that that is a win-win-win. Sahara wins, Hermitcraft wins, and the hermit who destroys diorite wins. And I win. It's a quad win. Win-win-win-win. No, did I? You know what? I'm just being very silly today. Hopefully this is going to be enough space. I don't really exactly know what I'm doing here yet, but I have an idea in my head, and I think I can make it work. I hope I can make it work, I should say. And it looks like we have enough space behind here. I have to clear out all of this stone though, probably, and I need to figure out where to center this around. This whole building isn't really, I don't think it's even. It's not even. So that's that's a thing that we just have to deal with. Maybe we can make a indent in the wall that has a center. So if that would be the indent in the wall, possibly, and then we have our machine behind that. Yeah, that could work. That's 7 wide. I realize I haven't told you guys at all what my plan is yet, and that is because, like I said, it's not fully fleshed out. It's just a thought in my mind at the moment, and I'm just super excited to see if we can make something cool happen. You see, there are rules for destroying diorite. You don't want to be using a pickaxe because obviously it gets infested and you'd have to break it or burn it. There are also rules in making sure that you are entertained when you destroy it. And we also don't want to really be selling diamonds for diorite. Like, we don't want to be paying for diorite, but we have to reward the people who come here to destroy the diorite. That's kind of the core of this idea. Remember when I said in the last episode that I definitely want to play around more with indicators, with bars, with progression bars? Well, that's kind of what I want to do with this diorite idea. I kind of want to make it so that basically, if I can, a hermit contributes diorite, and the more that is contributed, the higher a progress bar is raised, and then once it reaches the top, a diamond is rewarded. I think that would be super cool, and I think I have an idea to make it cooler than just redstone lamps. We gotta do some testing. So I am thinking, instead of using redstone lamps, it would be a lot cooler if we could have a diamond actually traveling upwards. And I think we can achieve that if we have an armor stand and then water. It should float. Oh, it's 113 change. Right, things don't float, do they? Okay, hold on. I got an idea. Soul sand underneath. I'm assuming that now you will definitely be pushed up. Yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so then we have a second water placed. Nice. If we can control the water placement based off a progress indication or based off the amount of diorite inserted into the system, we could have an armor stand travel all the way up. And I know, just an armor stand doesn't sound the most coolest thing ever. In fact, it's pretty garbage. It doesn't even sound better than redstone lights. But I was thinking, with this data pack that we have, I could possibly go show arms. Oh, Yeah, okay. It's been a long time since I used this. If I give you an item, you will hold that. So we could give it a diamond and I can position it in such a way that it will be visible. Let's actually try that out in our test tube. Stand visible? No. Oh, yes, okay. So that little sunflower should float. Yes! Oh, that is awesome. Oh, hey, don't take my bucket, dude. We can totally make that work. Okay, this is really exciting. This is really exciting. So the way we're going to control the water is using dispensers. So if you put a water bucket in a dispenser and power it, it will place the water. If you then power it again, it will take that water back up. So we can use that in a very similar fashion to what we did with the redstone lights in the progress bar. At least that's the theory. And I made this 8 tall so that this will be the progress bar that you have to fill up. I mean, this is looking pretty cool already. I can now envision this in my head. There is one slight difference with dispensers to redstone lamps and how they are powered, and that is that you can lock a dispenser if you power it directly. And there seems to be some kind of bug because I can't make this work using the same wire that I used for the redstone lamps, because the dispenser, well, this comparator would for some reason power this dispenser every other time. It's really, really confusing. But essentially what I'm gonna do is just make every redstone pulse from that comparator from our container power 2 dispensers. So we'll go, so there will be 4 stages basically. I think that will be good anyway. And that is every dispenser filled with a bucket of water. So we can try this out. So that's our glass tube there. And if I put in 60, that should, yeah, do that. And then I should just be able to fill this up. That's 2 stacks of blocks. This is actually really good. 3 stacks of blocks doesn't do anything. I need some more. 3.5. There we go. And still not all the way up. So we got to go a little bit more and a little bit more. There we go. Nice. Oh, I think I may have a hole up there that I forgot about. Not entirely sure, but yeah, that works really well. And then to reset this, we should be able to do something pretty simple here. This is really frustrating. I've just gone into Creative Test World and built this exact contraption and it works. But on the Hermitcraft server, it doesn't. Whenever it retracts the water, it seems to retract fairly randomly. Right now it's every other. So what I'm going to try next is put back my comparators here, or just repeaters really, it doesn't matter, and see if that does the trick. But it's just not consistent. I'm starting to believe that there's a serious bug with how dispensers are powered. Right, so the system has been cleared. Let's try and fill it up again. And the input speed should not matter. That is almost filled. And then a little bit more. There we go. That is all of them. I mean, this is so cool. And it should, if I remove these, I'm not giving any redstone signal anymore. All of these are cleared. I should just be able to pulse this and that should reset it. I'm going to try just to be safe with a wooden button. I don't know if it has to do with the pulse length, but I don't think it would. Alright, so here we go. All of these are empty. I'm powering all of them. And that worked. Oh, thank goodness that worked. Okay, now to see if it's consistent. And yep, that works. That works. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so the way I did this is repeaters, repeater on 2 tick, repeater on 2 tick. I don't know why it wouldn't just work to wire a redstone wire right directly into that thing. If you are a redstone genius, maybe I'm missing something. But anyway, now it's time to move on. So the next thing we need to do with this is to have the armor stand being sent back. So once it reaches the top, we want to cycle it down and then back into the area. We also, when that happens, we want to reward the player because that means that they have reached the threshold required. So we need to shoot a diamond out and well, that's about it. Yeah, we need to remove the water. So we need to pulse this line over here. Yeah, it sounds simple, but I'm afraid to say anything because I just spent 40 minutes on this nonsense. On this nonsense. So the armor stand will go all the way up and then we'll flush it with water over this hole here. And then down here, instead of using water, we're going to use packed ice because we need to push it back into this water stream. So we need to have blocks here blocking it. So what I'm thinking we can do is something pretty simple by having a sticky piston there with a slime block on it and no block underneath. That should be fine. And then if we do a pressure plate, I think armor stands triggers pressure plates. I'm pretty sure. So let's try this out with the armor stand. Boom. We get shot into place. Nice. Yes, that is perfect. And so up here, we should just have to put a sign there. And this water should, in theory, bring the armor stand all the way down here. I think it's time to test this. So armor stand in place. Let's give this a proper test. We fill this guy up once again. And it floats. It's gonna bounce. That's awesome. And I put sea lanterns back there just to give it some light so that we can clearly see what's going on. That should do it. And now it transports itself. Nice. We should see it coming back. And because this is now on still, it's just gonna cycle. Yes. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I like that. Okay. So then we just need to detect the armor stand up there. I think the speed that it's traveling at is hopefully slow enough for us to take care of a signal. Now the way we're going to control the signal is the string and observer trick. So an observer looking at a piece of string will, as we know, output a redstone signal once that string updates, as you can see there. So when the armor stand travels through that, we get a signal. I think we're gonna get 2 signals though, so we may need to do some sort of T flip-flop so we only use one of them. But in theory, if I take that signal and bring it down and power this, the water should disappear. I can't wait to see this working. And with this placed down there, it is time for the big test to see if this works. So now, this should still be working as it's always been working. I like the little delay there as well. That adds some coolness to this. Just realized something. This is not going to work. We can't power this before this is emptied. Uh-oh. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. We need to empty this. When it reaches the top, we need to empty it. And then we need to, when it's empty, we need to power this signal. And then we need to shoot it back. So we probably need to remove this. Oh, this just complicates everything a lot more. How did I forget about that? We need to empty the container. I'm an idiot. This got very complicated very quickly. I've said it before, over-engineering is a thing, but I've now included a minecart. I've included an AND gate down there that checks if this thing is empty and if the minecart passes over it, aka emptying or has emptied the dropper. If so, send a signal up here through a pulse extender, remove the water, and then power the piston to send back the armor stand. I mean, yeah, this, I have no idea if this is gonna work. 4.5 is enough. Armor stands goes over. Should power this whole thing. That's not doing anything, is it? That's not doing anything at all, is it? Oh, I need a repeater here. Okay, that should be fine. Where did the armor stand go though? The armor stand is just gone. Oh, maybe it didn't. Oh no, what's happened here? Oh, Iskal, you. What? How did I leave that open? Right, so here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and half a stack. Powers it all the way up. That should trigger that, which in theory should. Why is it leaking? Did I not just cover that up? Did I? What is going on today? Look at this. I mean, I go back up. I complain about the fact that I have a hole. Oh no. Oh no. That is bad. Okay, that is disaster. If it wasn't for the fact that I am going away to Nashville, I would probably have rage quit at this moment in time. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I just flooded this thing 3 times. 3 times I flooded it. What is this now? Did I not? Am I crazy? Did I not just cover that up? What in the world is happening? Oh. Okay, let's try this again. And let's hope that there are no water spills this time. So, armor stand is in place. Yep. Should probably double check all of the things up there, but I can't imagine that I would have done the same thing 4 times. So that's almost all the way up, and then boom. Did that not work the last time with 32? I felt like it did. Oh, the redstone may have been washed out up here, actually. Yep, that is not what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. Should go down. The whole thing should empty. Okay, that's emptying with the minecart. Yes, this is looking good. The armor stand is not come back. It should be sitting down here. Nice. And once you are empty, we should, in theory, see the water retract. Empty. And water. Nice. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Half. Yes. There was the bottom one. The bottom one didn't power, and that is because that also washed away. Okay, that's good. That's actually good news. That's the first time I'm gonna say that it's good news that it didn't power this one time. Okay, because it does make sense. I realized I just sounded a bit crazy there. I apologize, but this has just been so frustrating. So many issues with this that shouldn't have been issues. Anyway, now this minecart is filled with what will be the diorite. So over here, we eventually have to take care of it and then actually destroy the diorite, because right now I haven't even focused on the destruction of the blocks. And what is left to do? I need to... Oh, there's a lot of things I need to do, actually. But this is now working. I need to make an input that filters out diorite so you can't throw anything else in. And then I need the final trigger to reward the player with a diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it! It is now fully working. So if I just speed this test up by putting 4 stacks of stuff in, which is supposed to be diorite in the future, and then we do 54 in the hopper, just inputting, it should trigger around 20 or so for the final one, and it should power this dropper to give me a diamond eventually. And it also should now lock this dropper because I did a T flip-flop over there, and then clear the water. Everything should be good, I hope. There we go. And it's now removing all the stuff from there. Yep, very nice. It's locked the remainder of the stuff. And once this trigger, it should count it. It did! And it shot out the diamond! Yes! It's working! It's working! Thank goodness for that. Unfortunately, I've got some bad news though. I won't be able to finish this today. I won't be able to do the diorite burner. I won't be able to do the item filter nor the reward system in a pretty way, because this has taken me about 6 hours, and I only really had 5 hours to record this video because I am backlogging. For those of you who don't know, when you're watching this, I'll be in Nashville. Minecon has probably already passed by the time you're watching this. I hope I had a great time and I'm soon back again. But yeah, I need to edit this video. I need to render it, and I need to leave for Nashville. I need to leave for the airport. So how do we deal with this mess? I think what I will do is we'll cover this wall up here, because all of this redstone I want covered in the final product, and then we can see how it looks. Yeah, I do need to fit some cyan terracotta there so we don't have to see that stone, and I do want to do a little bit of design in the back there. But honestly, this, well, no, not that. This is looking really quite cool. Really quite cool. Of course, we're gonna have some sort of input chest over here and the reward chest over there. And we're gonna have some signs, I'm sure, because otherwise people may not understand what we're doing. But that is looking really cool. Now, what I really like with this system is that we are not really buying diorite for diamonds, because if a user or a hermit would only put in, say, 2.5 stacks of diorite, the only diorite they have on them, they're gonna raise the diamond up to like the 3rd level, right? And then someone else can come in and dump some more diorite in, and yeah, on and on it goes. So it's like a combined effort to get rid of the diorite. Brought to you by Sahara. I'm proud. I'm very proud. Very, very proud. I wish I would have had time to finish the input chest and the reward chest, but I will do that in the next episode. But that being said, I really do have to head off to the airport here very, very soon. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. If you did, do hit the like button down below. If you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.